Hello viewers, myself R.P. Srivastava with an interesting topic in economics, and the topic is pricing of factors in imperfectly competitive markets. As coming to this topic, I want to discuss some of the earlier discussions that is desired in context of discussing this very topic. As under the discussion of factor pricing, we know that marginal theory of distribution is very important in context of discussing the factor pricing. As far as different situation is concerned, different types of situation prevails. It may be possible that there is a situation of perfectly competitive situation, or the prevailing market is perfectly competitive. This case may be for product as well as for factor markets, and so on. So different situations are there in context of markets and the factors that are helpful in producing the product. So it is better to have a brief overview of all these things before coming to the discussion of this topic. As I have said in my earlier discussion in the previous slide, that marginal productivity theory of distribution is very important tool in the hands of economists to discuss the factor pricing. But one thing must be clear: as far as a factor demand is concerned, it is not a direct demand, it is a derived demand. And here we find a difference in between the product market and factor market. And so there appears a difference in between the demands of the two, where product demand is a direct kind of demand, while factor demand is a derived demand. So let us leave all these things and focus over the topic that is for discussion today. The topic is pricing of factors in imperfectly competitive markets. When we talk about imperfectly competitive markets, there are two situations always there. One side, the situation in factor market, and the situation of product market. So here in totality, three distinct categories of demands are there. In first category, factor market is perfectly competitive and product market imperfectly competitive or monopolistic. In second situation, that is called in second category, monopsony in the factor market and perfect competition in product market prevails. And in third case, or that is third category, monopsony in the factor market and monopoly in the product market prevails. So these are the three distinct situations that appears while discussing factors of pricing of factors in imperfectly competitive markets. Here we leave the situations of perfect competition and concentrate over the pricing of factors in imperfectly competitive markets. So in next three slides, I will discuss the three situations that prevails and what are the situations that appears on the basis of which we decides the price of the factors. In this slide, I will discuss the situation where monopoly in the product market and perfect competition situations is there in factor market. With monopoly in the product market and perfect competition in the factor market, the value of the marginal product of the factor, that is VMPF, will be greater than its marginal revenue productivity MRPF. The factor price is determined where the marginal revenue product of the factor intersects the supply curve of the factor. As it is less than the value of marginal product of factor for the economy as a whole, monopoly in the product market is said to be result in monopolistic exploitation of factor concerned. And if we take the labor as a factor of production, there appears the situation where we find that exploitation of labor, or that is also called monopolistic exploitation of labor. In this slide, I will discuss the situation where monopsony prevails in the factor market and perfect competition situations appears in product market. So, in this situation or in the second category, when the buyer of the factor is a monopolistic firm, it faces a factor supply curve that slopes upward to the right, and thus the marginal factor cost curve or the marginal expense of unit of the factor, and the curve lies above the supply curve of the factor. So, the firm will maximize profits by employing that amount of the factor that equals marginal revenue product of the factor to the marginal expense of the input or the factor concerned. This slide, I will discuss the very unique and interesting situation in this third category, that is monopoly in the product market and monopsony in the factor markets. So, here the situations of imperfect competition prevails both for product and factor markets. When the firm is a monopolist in product market and monopsonist in the factor market at the same time, the factor price will still be determined at the level where the marginal revenue product of the factors equals its marginal costs. So, the situations is always there where marginal revenue product must be equal to the marginal cost, and as the situations appears, but these will be less than the price of the marginal product or the value of the marginal product. Here value of the marginal product or price of the marginal product is the same thing. So, but these will be less than the price of the marginal product or value of the marginal product of the factor and greater than the price of the factor, thus pertaining both types of exploitation. And if the situation is of labor is treated as a factor of production, there appears the situations of both type of exploitation, monopolistic exploitation due to product market and monopsonistic exploitation, that is due to factor market. So, here we find the situation, and when we discuss the pricing of factor in imperfect competitive market, there always the value of the product or price of the marginal product is greater than that of the marginal revenue product, and thus we find the situation of exploitation appears. With all this, I complete the topic pricing of factor in imperfectly competitive market. If we consider the case of labor as a factor of production, there appears this scenario to tackle the exploitation prevailing due to monopoly and monopsony. It can be treated or it can be checked out with the help of collective bargaining theory or trade unionism that I will discuss in the later slide. For the time being, I complete my lecture here. Thanks.